I wish I would have made this video sooner. I just got a new phone, and apparently you can't pause with the installed camera, so I had to get a new app that actually allows me to pause this video. And okay, you know what? I'll just get to the point. The video I wanted to talk about is that well, let me think about how am I gonna start this. When people talk about, I don't know, it's just that whether I'm on the internet or just on a social media site, people talking about gays, the lesbians, the LGBTQ, transgenderism, stuff like that. It just immediately makes me want to talk about how all this stuff goes against God's design, His purpose for us as human beings, as people. It makes me want to speak out loud and say things like, according to the Bible, God created both man and woman. Simple as that. You can't be another gender. You shouldn't say that you're another gender. God intended us to be what we are physically and spiritually. And I'm really hoping that no matter what I say, I'm trying so hard not to offend anybody. If I wasn't a faithful person, if I wasn't a person of Christ, I wouldn't really care about anybody who's gay or not. It wouldn't bother me as much, unless someone made a move on me, and then I would feel a little bit weirded out. But the truth of it is, Christianity itself is, in its own way, offensive. As just like any other religion or faith, as a matter of fact, we have our own beliefs, our own style. And people tend to hate us for it. But who's to say that we don't hate others for what they believe, how they feel about us, how we tend to act. But nobody's innocent here. All right? And well, despite that, it just, I don't know what to say right now. Well, my main point is that I'm just trying not to offend anybody when I say that being gay being part of the LGBTQ, being a person of pride, it just doesn't feel right with me. It just doesn't feel normal, okay? And that's coming from a biblical standpoint, because I was already uncomfortable with people who have with people who are part of the LGBTQ, and now that I've put my faith and I've gone into faith and put my faith in Jesus, those kind of feelings have been amplified because of how I now think of them. But still, I'm trying not to be offensive to anybody or anyone who would hate what I would say. As a Christian, we are to love one another as Jesus loved us. He suffered and died for us because He cared about each and every single one of us as a person, as a human being. So we're to do the same with other people. I mean, sure, we'll go against our right. We'll go against our beliefs. We can't force people to think how we want to believe. Either we accept it or we just stop talking to that person. But just know that we need to care for one another, and as Jesus did. That's one of the main points of being a Christian. Not just watching and praying for Jesus' return, but living how Jesus did. A righteous man, a man of peace, someone who teaches a thing or two about what they believe in. When they believe, and mostly when they believe that that's the truth. And well, that's just basically all I want to let out there. Again, I really wish I made this video sooner, and I really wish I had much more to say. But that's really just about it. I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody. I just go against what other people believe in, especially those who are part of the LGBTQ. I'm against I just don't believe in what they believe in. I want to say I go against everything. I go against what gays and lesbians, what people believing that they can be another gender, and the science says, and people who are making the science to make that physically possible. I go against that as well. But again, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to get people to hate me because of what I'm saying. It's just what I believe in, because I'm a Christian. I go against everything like that because of who I am, but I don't want anybody to hate me. I care for people, and I want them to, I don't want to force anybody to do this, but I just want them to take a different perspective for a second. This is like anybody else would say. Take a different perspective, be in my shoes for a minute, and just see how you think I see it. Maybe that'll help, maybe not, I don't know. But the point is, this is a matter of faith, and I'm not going to stop believing in what I believe in. And I can only hope and pray that people turn to Jesus, see the truth in what I believe in and what Jesus had died for us. What the Bible says, how lying with a man as if they were a woman, like men having sex, women having sex, stuff like that. The Bible considers that an abomination, and so do I, because it's just wrong on so many levels. Call the Bible old-fashioned. Call me old-fashioned for thinking such things like that. There's nothing wrong with it. And again, if I wasn't faithful, I wouldn't care. But I do put my faith in Jesus, and I believe in what he believed. And that's not only to go against what the LGBTQ believes, but to love one another as he did, and at least try to get them to understand where I'm coming from with this. My mother told me not to do something like this, but I'm doing it anyway because I want this message to get out there. As a Christian, I want people to hear where I'm coming from with this. I want them to understand. Hopefully they do, because I'm not good at this. I really do hope. I pray that they understand where I'm coming from this. As a Christian, this is how I believe. This is what I believe in. It's how I express myself, and I can only hope that this message gets out there. And to my fellow Christians, I really hope that you help me out with this. I really do, because I'm still young. I'm still learning. My mind is clouded. I hope that you're willing to help me clear my head so I can truly understand everything I'm supposed to know, what I'm supposed to learn, to not stutter, to send a long, better message out there, and to make sure that people understand, to truly understand where I'm coming from with this. But the message is clear. The message is clear. I just go against what the LGBTQ believe in, but I do not hate anybody personally. I will never hate people for just being what they are. I can only pray that they turn to Jesus, even if it's for a split second, and see the truth in what I believe in, and what Jesus believed in, what lots of people, what his disciples, believers of God, what everybody who ever, what anybody, any Christian or Catholic, whoever looked into the pages of the Bible and see the truth for themselves. Well, that's basically it. I don't know I don't know when I'm gonna make another video, but maybe it's going to be about the end times once more. I'm gonna keep making about that. I'm gonna keep watching and praying for Jesus' return, and I pray that this message gets out there as many others, and I pray that people spread the word. I pray that people make better messages, better than this one, because I stuttered a lot. I didn't know what else to say. I'm not gonna stop believing though. So I pray that everybody has a good day. Stand fast in the faith. Stay strong. Be brave. God bless you all.